inverters.
Yeah.
All that'll will be right in here. Everything, all the switches, the shut-off switches, all the fuses, all the lightning arresters, all the voltage surges will be in there.
Okay.
Oh my, you're gonna break it.
Yeah, well, just so we know, because if I need to talk to somebody about something and I got someone else already doing it, it's a lot easier for me.
Okay. But everything, I got the information out of textbooks that I've ordered, and
Yeah.
And then I get on the internet and I go into solar systems and
Yeah.
wind systems. Now all these windmills I built myself, and I have about $500 in each one of them.
It doesn't surprise me.
You know, with the material and everything, and that's pretty cheap compared to having to just buy them that are already made.
Yeah.
The cheapest you can get is like $700 to $1,000 for one windmill, with the mast and everything. And then the tie grid system, that's the most expensive of all. I have what they call the Windy Boy. They have Sunny Boys, but they also have a Windy Boy.
Yeah.
Built from SMA and company, and they're from Germany. Anyway, they bypass all your batteries, and it goes directly from your wind generators into the tie grid and right into your grid system. It goes right into the house, and I can use it instantly.
Yeah.
As long as the wind's blowing, I'll be using the electricity.
And then they'll switch to batteries when you're not using it, or what's your plan?
No batteries at all. As long as the wind's blowing, I'll have electricity.
That makes sense.
The only reason why I didn't go with batteries is because our temperatures are so cold up here, and it's hard on batteries, and the batteries are expensive.
That's right.
And also, like deep cycle batteries, they're at least $100 a piece for the cheap ones. And the ones that really you should be able to get is $1,000 a piece.
Yeah.
And I can't afford that.
Doesn't make sense.
No. So I'm bypassing all the batteries, and I'm going to it with the tie grid system.
I'm just gonna, so I can remember, you have this. With that stainless steel tank, you've got your fermentation taken care of.
Yeah, 700 gallons. Now, and you know, I can make a bunch of it, and then I'll have it on hand.
Once you have it as ethanol, you can let it sit around till the next century.
All winter. All winter I'll have my fuel.
Yeah.
And then also the DC lines, which comes from the small three-phased alternators. There are three-phase generators, what it is, and it comes down through the pole, and it'll come out here, and it'll tie into the main electrical, going into the electrical house. And then and it takes a three-phase, goes into a rectifier, and changes it into DC. And from the DC, it goes into your DC fuses and and then it goes directly into the inverter as DC. And then from that, it changes back into AC, and it synchronizes with your electrical company. It goes right back in there. And if I'm not using as much as it's producing, then it'll actually turn the meter backwards.
Oh, good for you. So you're actually getting that done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've talked to a lot of people, but they just talk about it.
It's a lot of work. This is a project I've been working on for 2 years.
Yeah.
And it takes a while to get the money and the materials, and also experimenting. I've been experimenting with different types of generators, alternators, DC motors, all those. And this is the best I found. And it's a little company that's called Wind Blue. And I think, if I remember, I think they're in Arizona. I'll have to check. But they make the little three-phase motor generators. And then I got the propellers out of another company that's graphite fiber. And I've tested different kinds. They've even made my own. And but I never could have them perform as well as these.
Yeah.
And so I put them on these little motors, and I can produce. If you was going to go with batteries, 12-volt batteries or 24-volt batteries, hook up, these would be the best because it'll produce 12 volts at 7-mile-an-hour wind. And we get a lot of 7-mile-an-hour wind around here.
Yeah, you know, up in Salmon, they've had a study thing up there, and they have plenty of wind.
Oh yes, yes they do.
They haven't done anything.
Well, it takes time, takes money, and also takes a lot of perseverance.
That's right.
Because, you know, it isn't common.
Yep.
And also, it's all buried. All of it's buried in conduit in the ground.
Yeah.
PVC conduit, so moisture isn't going to bother it. Rodents isn't going to bother it.
Yep. Yeah, you're doing it.
And these are built so that they'll tilt down. I pull the bolt here, and I disconnect this. I've got a hook that hooks up to this here, right in the center. Actually, it's a little above the center.
Oh, I see.
And
Yeah.
this actually folds down so I can work on the whole system.
Yeah. I see the hook right there.
Yep.
Yes. Well, good.
It has furling, where it furls away from the wind. If it gets going too fast, it'll actually start folding away from the wind and keep the generator from going too fast.
Oh, that's what that is on the end there. Huh?
Yeah, see how it's like a little angle
Yeah.
swivel? And it swivels. It'll actually swivel 90 degrees from where it is now.
Outstanding.
And I've had no trouble even at 60-mile-an-hour gusts. It'll actually fold away from the wind.
So it can only go so fast. They have a governor on there, so it can't go too fast.
Well, the governor is actually the folding tail.
See. Yeah, I see. Yeah. Good.
So when it starts folding away from the wind, it naturally will start slowing down.
Yeah.
I've noticed that when it gets about 100 volts DC, it starts to fold away.
I see.
So each one of them will produce 100 volts. At let's see, what is it? About 40-mile-an-hour wind.
So at 100 volts, how much amperage are you getting then? Do you think?
Well, I'm estimating it'll be about